All right, hello, welcome back. Part 2, streaming again. Unfortunately, it looks like the music stream has crashed for some reason. So, why is that happening? That's very interesting. Let me see if I can get this figured out real quick. Oops. Okay, hopefully that fixes it. All right, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you all. And yeah, we'll be just working on the GMTK jam entry again. First of all, I am going to advertise my courses again and my games. Oh, the music crashed again. That's unfortunate. So yeah, if you want to support me financially, you can pick up one of my courses or my games. Links for that is in the description below. You can also wishlist Gunforged, and also, yeah, just subscribing helps a lot as well. So why am I getting, why is this happening? Okay, let me do something else then. Oh, great. Hold on, Spotify's gonna, 1 second. Okay, technical issues, but let's see if I can do this. So I'm gonna see if I can find, let's see if I can find Lo-Fi Girl in, all right, let's see if this works. Well, that'll work. Maybe I'll get copyright striked, but who knows? We'll see. Anyway, let's focus on doing some actual work here instead of worrying about the music. Is that too loud, or is it good? I think it should be good. My audio levels look fine. All right, so I have this interesting program here called Smear Effects. So I guess I should go over what my game is again real quick. So the theme is built to scale, and in my game, you can play as this character, or you do play as this character where you change your scale from small, medium, or large. Each variant of the player has their own abilities, and so you just kind of have to switch to the right size to kill the right size enemies. And then after you complete a wave, what happens is you get to choose a small, medium, or large passive ability, and once you choose that, then you can yeah, your ability will be modified. So you're gonna have like a roguelike progression here. And medium players can only kill medium enemies, small players can only kill small enemies, and so on. And so that's where the scale comes in. So yeah, what I want to do is with this guy here, I want to give him a nice attack animation, so a swing of the hammer. And that's where this Smear Effects program is going to come in. So let's figure out this program. I actually don't know how to use it, so we're going to have to figure it out. So we'll go to GitHub. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. GMTK 2024, assets. Let's do player. Oh, this is a Smear Effects project. So how do I import, maybe? Okay. Yeah, maybe I can do import. Like I said, every time I open up this program, I don't know how to use it, but this is going to generate a nice smear effect for us when we do the hammer. So let's open this up. Frame width, frames per row is, there's just one frame. I wish I could zoom in here. I probably need to go to Sprite and figure out what the dimensions are here. Whoops. What are my dimensions here? 4321. Okay. Good. All right, so we got this. So we got simulate. So that's kind of what we're going to end up with. Now, the initial state needs to have like an angle like this, I think. So yeah, if I do an angle of 90 to start, or maybe we could do something a little bit smaller, like 75, and then so that's 25, so I need to remove, let's see, 130 maybe? Nice. Okay, I need to get rid of the outline. How do I get rid of the outline? Oh goodness. So trail, outline, color. Yeah, I don't want this outline here, so I need to figure out how to get rid of that. Oh, outline disabled. Smart, no, disabled. There we go. So now I'm just using my own swing here. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to actually but that's basically what I'm looking for. And let's turn the lifetime up. Oh no, 25 maybe? It's probably fine at 0.5. Cool. Angle, skew, alpha. Yeah, I think, yeah, that'll be fine. Awesome. Hello, Jay Scott. It's going well. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Now, let's try to turn up. Can I turn up the animation speed or the playback speed? Oh, is that actually going to affect? That's fine. I can change the speed in Godot. So I think that looks good. Maybe I'll turn the lifetime down a little bit. So it's kind of creating, yeah, I think the problem is that it's smearing the outline, so it's not really smearing the hammer itself. So what I probably need to do is I need to copy this, save it in here, get rid of that outline, save it as the hammer with no outline. So player, let's see, hammer, no outline.png. And if I import the hammer no outline now with the frame width of 40, what was it, 43 and 21? Yes, except, okay. So now if I got my outline color here, outline enabled. And then how do I turn up the, okay. Okay, so we get a better smear now, which is what I'm looking for, but I want to change the outline size. Where is that? Render front. Oh wait, what does that do? I don't know. Okay. Quality 1, outline enabled. Am I just not seeing where there is to change the outline size here? Outline color, outline enabled, smart. I thought there was a way to change the outline size, but am I wrong about that? Select outline color. Where is this? Frame skip. Oh, smart mode. Is that what I should have been using? Hold on. Sorry. I don't know how to use this program. I use it like every once in a while, and then I have to figure it out every time. So I turn outline to smart. Okay. That doesn't work. Because then I just get pure black for my smear again. Okay. $43.21. I guess I can't change the outline size. I thought I could. Well, this throws a wrench in my plans. Yeah, it's better. I just need to figure out how to get the outline to be thicker now. I could apply an outline in a sprite, I think, probably. I thought there was a way to do it, though. I guess not. Very interesting. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just disable the outline and then I'll add it. I'll see if I can add it through a sprite. So let's do export hammer smear.png. Okay, let's bring this into a sprite now. So where is that at? So assets, player, hammer smear.png, bring that in. Okay. So the problem is this is like right up against the edge here. Dang. I guess I just have to figure this out. A bit more awake this time? Nice. Welcome, Virtually Retro. Just in time to watch me struggle with this. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more options here. Render. So I've exported it. I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to make this work, I suppose. Well, let's do this. Yeah, this is probably gonna mess everything up. I wish I knew what size it made all these. Anyway, what I could do is I could do load default palette. Load default palette like so. I can do Shift O for outlining, and then I can do that, I think, and then I can do Shift O again. Yeah. So that creates the outline that I want, but the problem is that it's getting cut off on the side here and on the top. And I don't know if I can just change the size because of the precise dimensions here. Goodness, is there not really a way to control like what the individual frame sizes are here? I suppose I could turn up the pre-frames. No, I can't. What if I did outline enabled? This program is amazing, but it's lacking some critical features, it seems. Well, how am I going to get this to work? Resize. What does this do? Input canvas size, 256. And now if I export it, it's just going to crop it. Yeah, 55 by 85 is how it's cropping it. I don't want it to auto crop though. I don't want that. Don't do that to me. Hello, Newbells. Really looking forward to your new Godot course. Thank you. Yeah, 4.3. Are you also using your Godot export action? I can't get Godot CI to work with Godot 4.3. I haven't used my Godot export action for 4.3. It probably needs some work, so I have to check that out. But yeah, thank you for the good luck wishes. The new Godot 4 course is going to be a C# course. So that's going to come out hopefully soon. I'm currently enjoying your Godot tutorials on Udemy, and I'm looking forward to the new one as well. Thank you. Thank you, Hermes. Thank you, thank you. Glad to hear that. Am I missing something here, or is this just, like, not possible? I don't want it to... What if I give it an X offset? Is that going to... And I render it. 50 by 68, so let's try that. Hammer smear. Sorry, I know that this is not the most entertaining thing. Yeah, it's just cropping it weird. Okay. Okay. So maybe if I do a sprite, so okay, let's try this. I have a new thing to try. Let's turn this X offset, render that, export, hammer smear, yes. Okay. So let's go back to Sprite, close this, file, import sprite sheet. We're going to select a file, hammer smear, and oh, I forgot what it's 55 by 85. Okay. So width is 55, height is 85. Okay, perfect. And let's not do padding. Or let's do padding. Horizontal. Ooh, do we want padding? Yeah, we want padding. No, that doesn't work. No padding. Type by rows. Yeah, that's fine. Import. Okay, so now we've got our sprite sheet as an animation here. Wham. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do sprite. Oh, did it? It included a bunch of empty rows here. Well, that's fine. We can just yoink those out of there. Okay, so layer or sprite canvas size rather. Let's just do 65 in the width and 95 in the height. So we've got plenty here. And now load default palette. Now the question is, how do I apply an outline to each of these frames? If I do this, does that work? Outline that, yes. Outline again, yes. Okay, it's not gonna work, but that's okay. We'll just manually do it. It's not gonna take that long. It's gonna take me longer to figure out how to apply an outline to all frames than to just do it myself. So just Shift O for outline, enter. So just do it twice basically. This did not go as smoothly as I was hoping it would. But that's fine. So we've got all of our sprites outlined. Let's do sprite file. Let's say, first of all, I'm gonna save this. Hammer smear. That should save as an A sprite. No. Let's do .a sprite. So now that's saved as its own thing now. Now let's do sprite. No, file, export, sprite sheet. We could either do it all as one sheet type by rows. Fixed number of columns. We do 4 columns. 5 columns. That works. Output file, hammer smear. Do we want to overwrite that? Let's do hammer smear outline. Export. Okay. Whew. Whew. Okay. So now if we go to player, oh, I should change this. I'm all scrambled, sorry. I'm gonna make this bigger so you guys can see it. Could use an outline shader. Yeah, that would have taken too long as well. But it is something that crossed my mind. Does anything in game dev ever go as smoothly as we want to? No. No, it doesn't. So player. So what we need is in here, we've got this gun root large. So let's do this. I'm gonna hide all these hitboxes because they're very distracting. Okay. And these don't even need to be here. I can move those up. Okay. So visuals large. So we've got this gun root. Let's add a new child node, animated sprite 2D. This is the hammer swing sprite. Yeah, let's just call it that. Animation, new sprite frames. Oh, they changed this UI as well. Okay. So default, add frames from sprite sheet, assets, player, hammer smear outline. It is horizontal 5, vertical 4. Yep. And we're gonna select all these. Ooh, I did it in the wrong order. There we go. Add 20 frames. And then we're gonna do 60 FPS. Is that how it was? Nice. Good. Now our offset needs to be different. Okay, so this, let's change the offset here. I'm gonna pause this real quick. There we go. So I want this to basically be, what is the transform of this? 4 and 7, so I'm gonna make that the same. 4 and 7. Ooh, that's like right on top of it. Okay, so now if I play this, oh, I need to change the offset quite a bit actually. Pause, frame 1. So this offset, oops, needs to be higher. And probably over as well. I think that's probably all right. I think that's probably all right. Because then what's going to happen is, as I apply some rotation here, it's going to have to swing based on I mean, let's just run the game as is and see what it looks like. Oh, it's not playing. Hammer swing sprite. Let's do autoplay. Okay. I think that's going to be all right, actually. It's all messed up. I'm shooting the small machine gun, and I have 2 hammers out. Oh yeah, that's going to work just fine. So obviously that's not correct, though, because I need to fix this. So animation, sprite frames, turn off autoplay. We don't want looping, that's true. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. On ready var, hammer, static, sprite. Look at all of these freaking on readies here. Cool. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. So first, hammer swing sprite needs to be invisible by default. Then when we go to handle input, where's this at? Handle attack input large. It's going to start the shoot timer. It's going to do shoot large. In here, we need to say hammer static sprite dot visible equals false. Hammer swing sprite dot visible equals true. But then we also need to connect to that hammer swing sprite. So hammer swing sprite, it has the animation finished signal. So let's connect to that in the ready method. So hammer swing sprite dot animation finished dot connect on hammer swing finished. Scroll all the way down. Func on hammer swing finished. And then in here, hammer static sprite dot visible equals true. Hammer swing sprite dot visible equals false. And there's one other thing we need to do, which is in the handle attack input. Where is that at? Oh, goodness. Handle attack input large. Shoot large is what it's called. Hammer swing sprite dot play default. All right, let's see how that looks. Hammer static sprite. Okay, so that didn't obviously work. Hammer static sprite. Oh, I forgot to mark it as access is unique name. There we go. Haha, bonk. I wish I should try to make that transition a little bit smoother, I think, but also I think it's extended out just a little bit further than it should be. So this offset needs to be pulled in just like a couple of pixels here. Maybe like so. Yeah, the animation's a little bit jerky, but I'll probably work on making that like it's just kind of snapping back into position. I would love for that to be smoother, but I'm not sure if I can make that work the way that I want it to. I do like how that looks though. If I could somehow animate the sprite into the position where the first frame of the swing animation starts, and then somehow animate the last frame of the swing animation into... Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But it's probably not worth spending time on right now, because I think this looks fine for the most part. The more important thing is to get player animations like squashing and stretching in place, because I think that that's going to add a lot more to this than the swing animation, but I'm glad I got that in place because that looks great. What's the idea for this game? It's kind of like a bullet heaven type game. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, so it's basically, because the theme is built to scale, you switch between your 3 different player scales like so. And you can only kill enemies that match your scale, so you can only kill the large enemies with the large player, you can only kill the medium enemies with the medium player. But, yeah, it's like bullet heaven, so things are just going to keep spawning on this platform. And as you go, you're going to be able to finish the levels and get these upgrades. And then there will be a boss at the end. So that's basically the idea. There's no boss yet. And that's a problem. I have a lot of work to do, but thankfully there's a lot of time left. So, but that's enough dilly-dallying. I think this looks fine. So I'm just going to call this good for now. I'll worry about making that transition a little bit smoother. But it's possible I won't even need to do that once I add other animations and stuff. Oh, I've got so much stuff to do. Also, that looked a little bit weird. I'm just going to look up something real quick. The upgrade screens seem to have acted weird a little bit there. Card animator. Is mouse locked equals false. On in tween finished. Okay, I think it probably was fine. I just clicked a little bit too fast. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to kill those guys. Okay. Anyway, let's commit that. Added hammer swing. Let's add a hit flash to enemies now. So enemy small. I'm doing something really bad. I'm just copying. Oh wait, no, I'm not doing something that bad actually. Never mind. Okay, so sprite, this needs to have a shader applied to it. So let's do that. So let's do visibility, material actually, shader material, new shader. Let's call it hit flash.gd shader. Actually, this needs to go into resources, shader. Cool. Let's open this up. We got a fragment shader here. And let's just make sure this works. Color.a equals 0. Boom, disappeared. Okay. So vec4 text color is equal to texture UV, color equals text color. Okay, so that's basically just a standard fragment shader, but we can do mix, I believe, and we're going to mix between the text color vec4 1.0. Can I just do that and then the value? So that's how we're going to do the hit flash, except now we're going to change this to a uniform float percentage. And then we can do hint range. like so. And so now what I can do is I can put that percentage in here. And this hit flash now, oh, I need to preserve the color.a. So color.a is equal to text color.a. Perfect. So now you get hit, boom, 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 right? So that's the percentage basic hit flash shader there. And then what we can do is we can, what can we do? We need to manipulate that now. So we need to copy the shader parameter. So shader parameter percentage. I don't remember how to tween this. I guess we're going to figure it out. So invalid hit, let's bind this to true and bind this to false. And what we're going to do is we'll provide is valid Boolean. So basically I'm connecting to the same method. So there's a hit and an invalid hit. An invalid hit is a hit that was detected but comes from a player size that doesn't match the enemy. In both cases, I'm connecting to this on hurtbox component hit, so it can apply the knockback and everything. But, and the particles, but I also only want to flash the shader if it's valid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do var hit flash tween. Okay. If is valid, if hit flash tween is not equal to null, and hit flash tween dot is valid, we're going to do hit flash tween dot kill. So we'll just kill the existing tween. And then what we'll do instead is we'll do hit flash tween is equal to create tween. We're going to tween dot tween property. Nope. Hit flash tween dot tween property. We're going to tween the, we need to get the sprite 2D here. Let's do this little trick. Boom. So sprite dot material shader parameter slash percentage, maybe? We'll see if that works. Final value, it's going to tween 20 over, let's say 0.15 seconds, but it's going to be from 1 second, and it's going to have a set ease of, do I want it to go in or out? I think in. Set trans, and it'll be quad. We'll just see if that works. I don't know if it's going to work. It's only going to work for the enemy small as of right now, because I guess I should just copy this shader material. So copy, and then we have to do this for every single enemy. This is so bad how I've structured the enemies, but I don't really have time to fix it right now, so we're just going to have to copy and paste things as we go. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, when the animations come into play, that's going to be a little bit messy, isn't it? Oops. Whatever. If I have to copy everything, then so be it. Okay, let's see if that even works. I'm not entirely sure that it's going to, but... Oh! Okay, the other problem is that this needs to be... Okay, so there's a couple of problems here. One problem is that I have set the shader parameter to 1 by default, so I need to turn that down, and that should have changed it in every one, I think. Nope, I gotta turn it down. Okay, but this resource needs to be local to scene on everyone. Now let's see what happens. All right, we got our hit flash. I think the hit flash needs to be a little bit more harsh though. All right, sorry about that. This is so helpful to watch you just architect the game. I'm currently learning, so trying to figure out best practice for project can be challenging. Yeah, I'm glad that it's helpful. Game jams are not the best example of architecting a game, but yeah, there's some stuff in here that I think definitely can be helpful. So I'm glad to hear that. Maybe I need to change this to maybe a circ. Let's see how that works. I could also do like an exponential decay. I don't know if that would be good, but we can try it. So percentage times percentage. Yeah, I think that looks good, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that pretty well on stream, but I'm pretty happy with how that looks. And so the hit flash shouldn't be appearing when I invalidly hit enemies, but the particle effects will still happen. Bam! Bam! Nice. Oh, I love killing these little dudes. Once I add some good animations in here, oof, that's gonna be game over. Where are the medium guys? I keep switching to my medium thinking there's gonna be... Oh, there's a medium guy. Oh my gosh. This might be my favorite game jam entry yet. Still a lot to do, but this is feeling pretty good. Ooh, the sun. I'm the meme. I'm gonna close my shades. Okay. All right, so I think that's good. I'm happy with how that looks, so I might as well just commit and move on. So added hit flash. I still have a ton of work to do in terms of like content. Like I still need to do a boss. Let's see, I can bring this list over that I've got here. So let's see, I gotta do a boss. I did the hit flash here, so let's mark that. Whoops. Let's mark that as done. Options menu, we did the hammer smear. I also did upgrade card animation, so that's done. Time remaining, one-time abilities, more abilities. I think I want to try some player animations now. So let's go into the player, and we're going to have some animations. Add child node, animation player. Let's do small gun animation player. We'll create a new animation called fire. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little oozy thing here and we're gonna apply some squash and stretch to it when it shoots. So let's try the scale here. So let's create a scale item. This is a very quick attack rate. So what I'm gonna do is start it off at 1, turn this onto cubic, insert a key here, make it squash quite a bit, And then, so it's going to go bam. And then it's going to come back out. Maybe over point. Yeah, something like that. I might have to change the offset of this. Yeah, I might have to change the offset of that gun a little bit, but let's just see what that looks like. I think the offset needs to be, yeah, let's do this. So the position is currently 10. I want the offset to be there. So I moved it +4, which means this needs to be subtracted by 4. And now, yeah, that's a much better... That's a much better animation, I think. I don't know, we have to see what it looks like in game. Let's add it to our giant list of on-ready variables. Small gun animation player. Okay. So what we're going to do is in shoot small. Where is that? There it is. In shoot small, we're going to do small gun animation player dot play fire. But we also want to do this. If small gun animation player dot is playing, small gun animation player dot stop, and then call it. Because I don't think if you call play again, if it's going to work, like it's going to play it from the beginning. So I think we need to do that. Okay, might be a little bit too stretchy. Just a little bit too stretchy. So let's go back. Let's just turn on looping so I can see how this looks. Oh gosh. I wonder what happens if I really exaggerated it. Like instead of 0.5 here, like 0.25. We could also maybe rotate it a little bit. So if I gave it a rotation. That is too much, but... that looks kind of terrible, but let's see how it works in game. Oh no, it's looping. Okay, I think that's squishing too much now. Let's just go back to 0.5 on that. Once I add like the muzzle flashes and stuff, I think that's going to look much nicer. I think one thing I want to change too, this is unrelated, but I want to change the animation speed of that hammer swing sprite. I'm going to turn it up to 80 FPS instead of 60. Never mind. Never mind. Turn it back. It feels a little bit awkward because the hitbox appears right at the beginning of the swing, and then it has more of an animation after that. I suppose what I could do is I could let the hitbox hang around for a little bit. Anyway. Okay, that's the small gun animation player. Let's do the same thing for the medium gun animation player. So let's do this. Medium gun animation player. And new fire animation. 0.05. And this is what? 0.15 duration. We're going to go to the gun root medium here now. This is probably going to have the same treatment, so I need to move the offset from -13 to -6. That's a difference of +7. So I'll take this position and I'll add, subtract 7 from it. Is that where it was? This was at -13 before, yeah. Okay, I think that's probably fine. I'm just gonna make sure that this still works correctly. That I'm not getting any weirdness here. Okay. Okay, so back to the animation, medium gun animation player. We're going to take this sprite 2D, call this rifle, and we're going to take that scale, boom, at 0.05, we'll do oh, you know what? Maybe, well, let's try this. If I tried, I think I need to add something in the Y. Okay, maybe that's what I was looking for. 0.25, 0.75, 1, and then let's add some rotation as well. Oh, I can't even run the game. I need to I need to tell it to reference that animation player first. Medium gun animation player. So let's look for shoot medium. Let's copy this line here. Replace all this with medium gun animation player. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, that's looking good. I'm gonna change this small gun animation player. Give it a little bit of a Y scale. That might help a little bit with what I'm... Oh yeah, that looks much better. I was not giving it a Y scale, so that's why it was looking weird. I still think there's a little bit, it's a little bit too extreme in its scale. Let's give it a 0.6 value there. I might play with the offset on that. The Uzi little gun is still looking a little bit weird to me. So I might move the offset over. So what do I do? I subtracted 2. Subtracted 2, so I need to add 2, right? Yeah. Yep, that looks better. I'm liking how this is looking. I'm liking how this is looking quite a bit. Now there's one thing that I've wanted to try, which is like, what happens if I'm gonna close this program, get out of here. What happens if I open up the bullet. Open up the bullet, sprite, canvas size. Whoops, sprite, canvas size. Width is, we have to add 4 to this, so 13, and height 8. I'm really curious. Load default palette. I want to give it the outline that I typically give everything. And I want to see what that does. Because right now the bullet is like the only thing that doesn't have an outline and it looks kind of weird. But it looks weird with the outline too. I've tried giving it like a different outline. So like take this and then give it like a white outline or an orange outline. Maybe the orange outline will be fine. Let's see. One second here. This card animator, animator.out. Oh, there's a problem. There is something weird happening with this screen. Oh no, there isn't. Never mind. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. I'm too tired to figure out this UI stuff. I think I might keep that for now. Might keep that orange outline on the bullet. Okay, so there's a couple of other things that we need in terms of animations. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we need in terms of animations here. But one of the things that we need is like a player swap animation. So it needs to be like, you know, like big goopiness. But also like there should be a run animation for the player as well. And I don't know how I'm going to make those things work together because I want I want the run animation and the switch animation to like seamlessly work together, rather than fighting each other, which means I might have to change my node hierarchy a little bit, which is going to be really annoying with the player because look at this node hierarchy. I suppose what I could do is... so I can change the visuals independent of what the sprite animation is doing. So the reason I usually always nest all of my visuals under a common visuals node, and that way I can individually animate the elements within the visuals while also being able to animate the visuals overall. So I think I might be able to leverage some of that here, but I'm gonna have to think about it. Let me commit what I've done though. I need to do some kind of run animation. Ugh, how's this gonna work? How is this gonna work? Problem here is that I can't animate the visuals large, for instance, by itself. So let's do this. Let's do add child node, sprite, no, node 2D. This can be the sprite root here. And we'll do this for each of them. So I'll be able to animate the sprite 2D, I'll apply the run animation directly to the sprite 2D, and then I can use the sprite root for the transition between the different players. And I might actually use a tween for that. Should I use a tween for that? I might do that. We'll see how a tween works, and then I'll do an animation if it doesn't look good. Which means I'll probably want this to be something like small sprite root, medium sprite root, and large sprite root. Okay, let's mark all of those as access as unique name. Let's go to my script. Oh goodness. So small sprite root, medium sprite root, large sprite root. Oh no. There we go. So what needs to happen here? What needs to happen when I switch? So in change size, I have a change size method here. So change size, it's gonna change the hitbox shape here. It's gonna do swap visuals. Okay, so in swap visuals, this is probably where I want things to happen. Let's do match current size. Change this to a match statement. It tends to be a little bit nicer to look at. Did I do something wrong? Mixed use of tabs and spaces for indentation. Okay. So it's going to change the visual, small visual. Okay, so now what I can do is in here, what I can do is I can do small. So let's do this. Var bounce tween is equal to create tween. No. Var bounce root, maybe. We'll just call it node 2D. Okay. Bounce root is equal to small sprite root. Bounce root is equal to medium sprite root. Bounce root is equal to large sprite root. And then in here, what we can do is we can do var bounce tween is equal to create tween. Tween dot tween property. Why do I always do that? Bounce tween dot tween property. We're going to tween which property? We're going to tween the bounce root. We're going to tween the scale. We're going to go to a final value of 1.5. We're going to do a duration of 0.3, I guess. And then let's do a from vector 2.1, and I just realized I need this to be vector 2.1 times 1.5. So from vector 2.1, we're going to do a ease, so set. Oh, I need to do a backslash here. Set ease type out. Set trans, I did it again. Tween dot, let's do, maybe we'll try spring. I don't know if spring is my favorite thing in the world, but let's do that. And then we'll do bounce, we'll tween it back to vector 2.1 over the same amount of time, except we'll change this to ease in. And then we'll go ahead and see how that works. Okay, it's almost working. It's almost working. This probably still needs to be out, actually. And I probably can use back instead. Yeah, the spring is not working, so let's do back instead. Oops. And then this second one should be ease in, I think. Or maybe they both need to be ease in. Maybe they both need to be ease out. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm gonna turn this down though to 0.2 and 0.2, so it's less. There we go. And I might even make this even more absurdly accentuated and turn it down to 0.15 in both directions. Now the thing is, if it's going down to a lower size, it probably needs to go to a lower scale. Oh, that's an interesting thing. So if it's going up a size, it needs to scale. Let me try something. Let's try 0.75 here. So if I'm big, yeah, if I'm big, I want to shrink down first and then pop back into the size. So I need to know which direction I'm going to. So swap visuals. So when this is called, this is being called from the old size here. So let's do var old size is equal to, well, let's do this instead. Is enlargening bool. So var old size is equal to current size. Can I compare enums? Can I just say old size is greater than current size or less than current size? Okay, so we'll do this. 0.75 if, let's do 2 or 1.5 if is enlargening, else 0.75. I don't know if I can do greater than or equals to. Cannot call method from on a null value. That's not good. Let's do this. Var scale mod is equal to. It's probably this ternary is not working great. And we can do scale mod here. Wow, that worked. So I can just compare enums like that. Nice. Now the swap size is being called when I'm already on the current size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just prevent that from happening. So when change size is called here, I'm just going to return. So if current size is equal to size, we're just gonna return out of here. We don't need to do any of that stuff if it's already the current size. And then we'll probably mask that with some particles. Yes, die amorphous blobs. So yeah, if I add some particles, like just some burst, like blue goops when you switch sizes, I think that that's going to mask the roughness a little bit, and it's going to look really nice. Still a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. No. Nice. Cool. So add size swapping animations. Let's see if we can get some run animations down now. So how are we going to do run animations? Do I want to use a tween for that as well? That's the question. That's the question. That's the question. Do I want to use a tween? That's the thing. I think I could make pretty good use of a tween here. So let's do this. Small sprite. Medium sprite. Time to add you to the gigantic list. Oops. No, I did it wrong. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to define individual tweens for all of these things. And then how am I going to do this actually? Well, let's just try it with the small sprite first, and then I'll worry about figuring out how to do it for all of them. So what I want to do is I want to do something like this, where I do var small run tween, like so, and then I can do, like in the ready method, small run tween dot, or equals create tween, small run tween dot tween property. We'll do small run tween dot set loops 0. I think that sets it to infinity. So small run tween property, we're going to do small sprite. We're going to do the scale. We're going to go from, let's see, let's make it a duration of 0.15. We're going to go to vector 2. Yeah, vector 2, and we're going to do something like 0.75, 1.25, and then we'll reverse that. Okay, I just want to see what that looks like. Okay, so there's our little character moving around. Now the problem is I need to be able to control this tween. So I should be able to do small run tween dot. Is there a way to pause it? So yeah, so I can do this small run tween dot pause. The problem is it's not going to work correctly. So state normal. So what I can do in here is I can say, let's create a new method called like func play run animation. If get movement vector dot length squared is greater than 0, then what we're going to do is we're going to do and if small run tween dot is running, is that what I want? If not small run tween is running and we have movement input, we want to do small run tween dot play. Else if, or elif rather, small run tween dot is running, we're going to do small run tween dot pause. And then in our normal state, what we can do is we can play that. So I'm just going to play it in here, play run animation. Why is that so much slower now? What happened? Is it pausing over and over again? Print, yo. Yeah, it's pausing over and over again. What the heck is going on? If the not small run tween is running and get movement vector, the length squared. Oh, do I need to? Right. Let's do this. I don't think I need to do this, but I'm kind of paranoid, so we'll do is equal approx 0. So the problem though is that if you stop moving, it's going to just keep you at the scale that you were. Now what I could do is I could fix that by simply doing small run tween dot. Can I actually? I could just create another garbage tween here. Var reset tween is equal to create tween reset tween dot tween property small sprite scale. This is all just kind of like garbage code. I'm just kind of experimenting here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I set any easing on any of this stuff either. Set ease out. Let's try quad. I don't know if that's going to work, but let's see. I think that's fine, actually. Yeah, I think that's good. So now that I've set up all of that, what I'm going to do instead is, what am I going to do instead? Let's create a map. So var run animation tween map dictionary equals. Well, that's fine. Run animation tween map dot dictionary and then var run animation. I wonder, hold on a second. Can I play a tween after it's been marked as invalid, or can I keep it alive somehow? Play. Guess I'll just have to try it. Run animation, reset tween map dictionary. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a method in here called create run tweens. Var sizes is equal to entity size dot size dot small, entity size dot medium, entity size dot large. Var sprites is equal to small sprite. I'll take a medium sprite with a small fry, please. Stupid joke. Okay, so sprites, and now what I can do is I can iterate over this. So for I in range, sizes dot count. What did I call this? Run animation tween map. So we'll grab our reference to the size and the sprites. Run animation tween map size is equal to create tween. Well, let's do this first. Var run tween is equal to create tween. We'll assign that dictionary entry to run tween like so. And then we'll take this all and move it up. Get rid of this small run. Just do this. Oh no. Just needs to be underscore. Perfect. Too few arguments for count call. Oh, am I doing this wrong? I need to do size, I think. So it's going to create a tween for each of the sizes. It's going to stuff that tween into a run animation tween map like so. And then I need to do the same for the reset tween. So var reset tween is equal to create. I have no clue if this reset is going to work, but we're going to try it. So play run animation, reset tween. Here we go. Dot set ease out dot set trans quad. There we go. And then in here, run animation reset tween map size equals reset tween. So now when we're up here, play run animation, we could do var running run tween is equal to run tween map current size. We can switch all those references over to run tween, and then the reset tween is going to be equal to run animation reset tween map current size, and then reset tween dot play. Let's just do as tween there and as tween there. I hope that works. I'm not entirely sure if it is going to work, but let's remove this reference to that. And we've got create run tweens in there. Let's see if it works. Okay. So started with no tweeners. Okay, something is wrong here. Yeah, so this reset tween is not going to work. So let's just ignore that for now. So wherever that code was, reset tween here. Oh no. Let's just comment that out for now. See if there's any issues here. Yeah, we got some issues. Tween bound to root player started with no tweeners. It started with no tweeners. What do you mean it started with no tweeners? Oh, yeah, I had a duplicate line there. I think that's probably what the issue is. Okay, that is a little bit obnoxious, that run animation. So I'm gonna have to tweak that a little bit, but I think we're good. Thank you for the 20,000 IDR. Thank you, thank you. I have no clue what currency that is, but I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. 20,000 sounds like a huge number. So I need to change these run tweens. So this scale needs to change a little bit. So let's do plus 0.1 times I minus 0.1 times I. I'm just adding some modifiers in here. It doesn't really make any sense. Minus 0.1 times I, or it's not, it's just random. They're just magic numbers. So basically, as the size gets bigger, the animation's going to be a little bit more muted. Yeah, I think that looks great. So it's really apparent with a small guy because he's small, but then the medium guy is less so, and then the big guy is this. Okay. So is there a way to keep a tween alive? Oh, set auto kill, is that a thing? Google's AI response told me that set auto kill is a thing. So reset tween.set. That's not right. Oops. Oops. Tween. Kill parallel. Yeah, I might just have to create this tween on the fly. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. My cat was getting into something, so I had to fix that. So I gotta figure out what I'm doing about these tweens here because I need to do a reset tween when the animation stops, but I can't just set up a tween that I can reuse. I wonder, I'm gonna do something very interesting here. I'm gonna create a function that creates a tween. Func Is this gonna work? So now when I go up here, reset tween equals, I can invoke that. I can just invoke that. Oh, dot call. Is that gonna work? It doesn't appear to have worked. It works for the small guy. Why is that? Oh, because it's always referencing the small sprite. That's why. Sprite. Oh, look at that. I'm a genius. So I just have a function now that creates the tween for me, and I can just call that. Genius. I know it's not, it's kind of in poor taste to call yourself a genius, but... Now, I kind of want him to squash down a little bit more, actually. So he's going to squish up and go up, but then he's going to squish out. Yeah, let's squish him out more. Yes. I'm gonna have to do a different animation for the jump slam, or maybe not. I might have to actually, yeah. I can figure that all out later, I suppose. What I should do at least is I should play the run animation while I'm in that airborne state. So state large jump in here, aim, and then we'll also do play run animation. Let's do this. Force bool equals false. So I have this force. So let's see, is my logic correct? So if the tween is running and force is not on and the movement vector, I think that's fine. So now what I can do in my play and run animation is I can force it there in the state large jump. So even if I'm not well, you can't even really notice it, so that was kind of pointless, but oh well. Cool. So there's a couple of other things that I want to do. I'm just going to mark down. What was one thing that I want to do? Oh, I already forgot it. I'm getting mentally exhausted here, so like I'm starting to lose my short-term memory here. What was it that I was going to do? So polish, I'm going to add just player animation here so that I can cross it off. There was one other thing I was going to do. Or that I wanted to do. Oh, I need to do bullet shells. I need to do muzzle flashes, explosions. Let's be more specific. Let's do dynamite explosion and jump attack explosion. What else do I need to do? Yeah, I think that's probably fine, so. I need to be better at writing things down as they come into my mind because I'm forgetting them. I'm sure I will remember it, so. Okay, let's commit that. my player script is freaking 400 lines long. I think it's probably the largest player script I've ever written for a game jam. Okay, I think that's going to be it for the stream now. So it was just about a 2-hour stream, hour and 45 minutes. So I'm going to go get some rest. I might do a little bit more work tonight, just offline. I set myself up good for tomorrow. Tomorrow's really the last day that I have to work on this. It's the jam ends Tuesday at 1 p.m., but I have stuff to do on Tuesday. So I kind of need the game to be done by tomorrow night. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. It's wonderful having you all here. If you can support my work financially, check out my Udemy courses and my Steam games. Pick up one of those if you're so inclined. Otherwise, please subscribe and watch my videos. That helps just as much. And yeah, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow at some point. So hit that notification bell to be notified. And, you know, all that good marketing stuff. So thank you all again for being here. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you, Dragon Apple, for the good luck wishes. And yeah, I will see you all in the next stream.